Randy Dodge.
My name is Durant.
I am Alex DuFour.
I'm Lauren Bodman.
Katrina Kendle. That is my name.
Past experience is kind of extensive. It goes way back to high school, almost grade school really, just bowling as a kid. But when I was 15, started working at the bowling center there where I lived. Was a pin chaser for, I don't know, around 8 years or so. After that, became a manager. So I managed a bowling center for another 5 or 6 years. Then I ended up being able to purchase my own bowling center. So I bought the center and owned that for about 14 years. While I was running my center, I was also taking care of pretty much all the youth in Nebraska as far as the youth state tournaments, and just I was the youth director. And then also coaching at Wayne State College, just kind of more on a volunteer basis. It was just a club program, true club. Once I decided it was time to sell the bowling center because I kind of wanted to get into more college coaching, that's when I ended up going to Hawkeye Community College and starting that program. And just didn't work out as far as I was supposed to be full-time. It didn't end up being that way, so that's when Coe College contacted me and see if I wanted to come over and start the program here. And so I was at Hawkeye for about 1.5 years, then came here to Coe and been here for the last 5 years. I was asked to come look at Coe as far as starting a new program, so I did just that. Came over here, liked the campus, liked the school. Kids are around that night that I came and did my interview, just gave me a nice home feel. And so we kind of chat and talked about the different scenarios of me coming over here and starting the program, and it seemed like it was the right thing to do. And so 5 years ago, we made that decision to come over here and we started Coe Bowling. It was a pretty good mix. So the ladies side, I think if I remember correctly, we had 6 ladies, all freshmen on the team. Men's side was a little different. We had junior college transfers, so we had some older kids come in, had some freshmen come in, so that just made it a little bit different because we had kind of a new team, new coach, new kids to the program, all different ages, and I think kind of that's why the progression on the women's side maybe has gone a little faster because they were all freshmen. We worked with them all the way up through our program. Whereas on the men's side, we served junior college transfers, so we never really built the team community because we had a couple people leaving after just 2 years, and so we never got that group right away. But now we're at that point where we've had some players that have come through and been here for a little while, and we're seeing the progress go really well on the men's side. That was a lot of what we'll say door to door. Went out to every small center in Iowa and moving around. Talked to a lot of people on the phone, emails, the whole works. A lot of kind of grassroots type of recruiting. No, I don't know that I wish I would do anything differently. I think as coach, as a team evolves, I think we try to evolve as coaches, and we do things differently each year based upon the previous year. So I don't know that I'd want to necessarily do anything different. I think we're just always learning and moving forward. I think it's been a pretty good process that way. It's super rewarding. I mean, it really is. I mean, you'll go through highs and lows, and some days as a coach you might go, why am I doing this? You know, but for the most part, it's just good. I think I love being able to coach the kids and really seeing what they do through in their 4 years, and in some cases 5. It's been just a really cool process. It's really neat to see that. You get really good gratification out of it, seeing them excel and doing something better than what it was when they got here.
My experience is long. My parents owned a bowling alley my whole life. My first steps were in a bowling alley. I've drilled my own bowling balls and stuff since I was 14. Run the pro shop now. I bowled collegiately at Mount Mercy across town. I was a 2-time NAIA All-American there. So Great, I love it. Pro shop is full service pro shop. Do right at $500,000 a year in sales, so super busy. It's just me and 2 other guys. And yeah, it's just busy. I came to the program, Randy reached out to me after I graduated from Mount Mercy. I did my 4 years bowling there. I knew Randy a little bit beforehand. He reached out to me, and said he was starting up a program and he wanted a little bit of college experience, fresh player out, to see if we could help him out get to the goals we want to get to. Graduated in 22, and so I would have started the 22 fall season. So I think I was year 3. First year's team, I had no hand in the recruiting process with. So it was a lot of people that were new to bowling. So it was really cool to see them grow as bowlers and just as humans in general, where the last 2 or 3 years, we've recruited people that are more familiar with bowling and have bowled tournaments collectively their whole lives. It wasn't as much teaching them the fundamentals of bowling and bowling on the sport shots. It's more just getting them to the right spots so we can be a little bit more successful with. It's been my chance to give back. I had a lot of coaches that were super influential and impactful in my life growing up, and it's been a chance for me to give that back to some of our kids and just see them at the end of the day. All I care about is you guys getting your college degrees and graduating, and it's been cool to be able to just be a part of that and see your guys' success on and off the lanes.
Before college, I started bowling when I was a freshman in high school. Just wanted something to do, and a bunch of my friends were doing it, so I was like, I might as well do it. After college, it's been different. Like I'm not throwing every day like I was when I was at Coe or at Hawkeye. It's definitely been a challenge this season, because there's a lot of things that I can feel are off, but I don't really know how to fix it myself. But it's one of those things you just got to get used to, got to learn it again, and just kind of figure it out. Originally started bowling when I was at Hawkeye Community College, met Randy up there, and then once I got done with my stuff at Hawkeye, I ended up coming down here bowling for Randy. So I bowled for Coe for about 2.5 years. Originally I was a computer science, then switched over to data science. Okay, so I graduated December of 23, so technically yes, somewhat. I only bowled half of the year. I didn't bowl the full 23-24 season. It was different. I mean, just graduating in the middle of the year was kind of weird. Especially since I ended up having to come back to do graduation, but I mean, it wasn't a whole lot different from what I kind of expected it to be. I just wanted to kind of be around the team again. I missed it that second half of the season, so I volunteered a little bit during that second half, and I knew it sounded like there was going to be a spot opening up, so I figured I might as well do it, give myself a little bit of time with the guys and have some fun with it. So it's been interesting. It's been a lot of fun, with me going from player to coach. There was a lot of what if this comes up? Are you going to look at it more from a player perspective or a coaching perspective? So it's just something I've kind of worked on learning as I've gone through. But I work at the bowling alley that Coe bowls at for Cedar Rapids Bowling Center. Other than that, I mean, there's not really a whole lot else that I do. I mean, I pretty much just work, go home, go to bed.
So I was part of my high school bowling team, and I was part of 4 state championships. So Then they won 2 more after we graduated, so yeah. Being a state champ all 4 years of my high school career is really cool. So I was looking for school and I came on a visit and it kind of just felt like home. It was crazy, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because like I've watched college bowling all my life, so like being a part of a team was something that I really wanted to do. 5 years. I'm gonna miss it so much. I'm gonna miss all my girls. No, I don't regret it at all. It was worth every cent to take 5th year. I'm going to social work. My degree is African American Studies, so like working with like parents and kids. Don't be afraid to try something different. Don't be afraid to take that leap. That's what college is for, is to experience. So I've been a captain. I've been just a regular old teammate. So I mean, I'm one of the people that like a lot of people come to if they don't feel comfortable going to like Randy or another captain, because then they know that I'm not going to say anything unless they want me to. So I guess just being that support for a lot of people. So I've been a captain and I've just been a regular teammate.
So I started bowling around the age 4 or 5. So my mom and my dad both were bowlers growing up, and I often went to the bowling alley with my mom whenever she had league. In middle school, I would sell candy bars, and the people at the bowling alley scarfed that stuff down. They loved it. So I was constantly exposed to the environment and constantly around good bowlers, to the point that in high school I decided to join my high school team and bowl competitively for the first time. Did not start out very well. I threw something called a backup ball, and now I do not do that. So it's definitely been a long journey of learning and growing and developing, but I definitely would say that my background before Coe has definitely set me up for success to be here. Oh, this is a fun story. So I actually got scouted by Randy through a live stream. He was messaging my dad through a state live stream in Nebraska, asking about why he'd never seen me before, bowling, all those questions. And my dad was like, hey, there's this dude. Yeah, I'm here now. Definitely stressful. When we first started out, we were not good. We had 3 bowlers who could average above 150, 170, somewhere there in the up range, and then we had 4 bodies. We just had people to fill spots, and people were talking like we were an awful team. We weren't gonna go anywhere, but clearly we proved them wrong with how we are now. But it was very, very stressful because you just didn't know what was gonna happen. I have been bowling for Coe for 5 years. Honestly, I thought I would be graduating last year, and then we made it here, and I thought I'd be graduating last semester. So I'm still not kind of settled into the fact that I'm actually graduating yet, because I've been said that I would be graduating a year ago, and I'm still here. I do not. I would do it 100 times over again. So my plans are to work at Money Smarts Inc. in Lincoln, Nebraska. I will be a public accountant, and after about a year or so, I hope to take the CPA exam and get my license. My senior advice: stick with it. Everyone has things going on in their lives, and it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's going to get hard and you'll feel like giving up, but some of the best memories that you will create will be from the places that you least expect. Even if it feels like things will never go your way, just stick with it. being perfectly honest here, it really hasn't. So, started out, I've always been on varsity. I've never once not been on varsity. I was always the spare taker. For example, there were times at tournaments where Randy needed somebody to go in and shoot a spare, or somebody who had thrown a 10th frame so that we could win a game or get pins or something. And if I happened to be sitting, which was kind of rare, but if I happened to be on the sideline, for instance, for splits, he'd always throw me in. And I still am the top spare shooter on the girls' team. At least last year I was. So my role really hasn't changed. The very first year that we did team captains, I was a captain. I was a captain every year except one of them, and the one year I wasn't a captain, people didn't understand how Randy's poll worked, is what I had been told. So based off of what they did when they had talked to people, they just put people down on a list and didn't realize there was a point system or ranking. And so based off of that, Randy had told me that I would have been a team captain that year if people had understood it correctly. So I've always been a leader, a role model for people to follow, and I've always been trying to help out.
Favorite year? Very good question. I don't know. I like them all. I think every single year has made something different because we're in the process of building the program, and the different players that have come through have brought something different every year, and I think that's been pretty exciting. Not only that you can see the development and the change of players and how much better we've been able to make them as players, and hopefully as men and women as well. I don't know if I can really narrow it down to one favorite year. I think each year is just a little bit different, but they're all good. Some favorite memories of the program. Well, road trips are always fun. We'll leave the details really on the road, but lots of different things happen, and I think truly for the players, most of the memories are going to come out of those road trips. But from a point of view of our performance and things like that, I think when the men's program first made sectionals pretty early on, that was a really cool thing to see them progress and be able to make it in there right away. And I think for the ladies, even though they also were able to make sectionals relatively early within the program, I think it was pretty cool win a first tier 1. That's a pretty major milestone in the program. So I think that was maybe one of my favorites.
Favorite year? Gotta be this year.
Any reason why?
I think this is the first year Randy and myself have fully had a chance to recruit our own culture. So everybody's just super fun to be around. The competitive level is higher. We have players that are not on our varsity, on our selected team, that are pushing everybody to be better. It's just great. There's just so much leadership and so much growth through the program. Ooh, favorite memory. This last sectionals was a good one. 14-hour bus ride. It can only be so good. I get it. But I had a good time. I had a blast. But my favorite, besides Blake putting a bowling ball through the ceiling, that was a top 5. My favorite memory was probably nationals last year, club nationals.
I think my favorite year probably has been this year. Just a lot of the coaching aspects of this sport have been a lot more fun than I was kind of anticipating it to be. And like I said earlier, just kind of being able to be with the guys again and, you know, have some fun while we do it. It's been a blast. I was actually thinking about this one before I came in. I think my favorite individual memory was when for myself, I won the JV all-conference last season. And I think my favorite team memory has got to be Blake Kilker putting it into the ceiling. we still joke about it to this day.
My favorite year on the team probably would be my 5th year because we won our first Tier 1 in school history, so it was really nice. Oh, it's a tough one. I can't really narrow it down, so I'm gonna say 2. My favorite memory, was when Jared hit the bird. Jared hit the bird was probably one of my favorite ones. And then the second one would be going to Vegas.
Probably. Have to be one of these last 2 years because I've definitely made the most friends and had the most fun on the team these last 2 years. Not to say that before was bad, but it didn't feel connected in a way. So I definitely would say this year because I feel more connected and as a whole a part of the team. And we actually are going places. Nice one. So we were at a bowling tournament and Shelby was throwing in the 10th frame and it was her last ball. And for some reason or another, she tugged the ball to the left really far and hit just the 7 pin off of a full rack. And without missing a beat, I turned around and went, "Nice one!" And everybody burst out laughing. First we were in shock, but everybody was laughing by the end of it.
And now it has become a thing.
It's become a cheer.
Quick bonus question. What about the bird through the window?
You see, I was worried that was going to get brought up.
Okay, because that's really funny. I think it was Lauren who, when I asked her favorite memory, she's like, Jared with the bird.
That is why this eagle is right here on my desk with a Band-Aid on it, because I did kill a bald eagle when it flew through the windshield of our van.
Nice spot.
Senior quote and advice. He plays like a cat too.
Where are you going?
He wants to go to
Please don't leave the camera.
He's like, I want to know what's going on. It's just a baby. Hey, just a baby. He's a spot Daniel. It moves.
He just wants to know.
Ha ha ha.